Hey Thomas, this is Keaton Everett from ABC going over your pitching video from the spring break camp. We'll kind of go over, talk a little bit about mechanics, kind of break it down frame by frame, step by step, and just talk about, you know, what we need to be doing in our mechanics to keep ourselves healthy, to generate velocity, to generate consistency. You know, we need to throw strikes, we need to throw the ball hard, and we need to keep ourselves healthy. That's about you know, pitching mechanics to a T. So anyways, we'll start with what's happening over the rubber. As you know, the setup is just as important as the finish. It's just as important as the arm path. It's as important as the torque. You know, we got to set ourselves up right. We got to start ourselves right, or else it's going to be tough to do everything in the right way that we need to. All right, so consistency is all about breaking our hands at the same time. It's getting our body in the right position to deliver the ball. All right, so as you're coming set, all right, hands are down, that's good. I would like to see this foot moved a little bit more closed off, so it's just a little bit easier to get your hips close. So what we want to look at first off is excess movement in the head. So as you watch, see how your head goes backwards? All right, it's not too bad, but it's just something that is enough where we can help ourselves out by coming set already back there. So come set on that with that weight on that back leg. You know, 80% on the back. You know, maybe 20% on the front. So just already come set back there, and then you can also see your hands go up. So where your hands come set, just keep them right there. All right, we'll jump forward. You can see those hands go up. So we want to limit unnecessary movement, and especially in our upper body, so it's easier to time. Okay, so here's what's good. Your leg path is good. All right, we want to get those hips closed so we can start them forward. So that's good. But what we need to fix is where we're breaking our hands. All right, you can see here your hands break here, and this knee is still going up. So we're breaking our hands way too early. All right. What we need to be doing is keeping our hands together, you know, down in your first position. All right. And then once this knee starts going down, then we start breaking. All right. So you can just see you come up, you almost pause your leg, and then that knee stays the same height and then comes open. What we're wanting to see is that knee come up here and then start directionally down. All right, we don't want to see it stay up there and then swing open like a door hinge. We want to just kind of drive that heel, drive that leg back down as these hips go forward. All right, we want to lead with the hips and not the left knee, left foot. So then once that knee starts down, all right, we eliminate this pause right here. You know, this knee stays still for a couple frames. So we want to start that knee quicker. So then once that knee starts going down, your hands are going to break, you know, about now. All right, now your hands are going to break, so you're not so early with that upper body. All right, so you're locking out here, and you're just early with those hands. So you keep those hands back, break them a little bit later, so now you're not just, you know, you just can't get torque. You're going to be early with your upper body, and we'll show you here at the end is at foot strike. All right, this is where your foot lands. You know, you're early with your upper body. That's just because you broke your hands so early. We want to see your ear back over that back hip a little bit, more straight neutral spine instead of out front in front of that front foot. All right. So that's just the biggest thing, is waiting to break your hands and then staying back a little bit more, okay? So which will also get you striding out a little bit farther. You know, we want to use as much of our body, as much as our legs to get out front, drive down the hill, which will help us, you know, generate more power, more torque. All right, arm action wise, your arms not really in a position that throws up red flags. You know, it puts a little more strain on your upper body being so early with that front side. It puts a little strain on that shoulder and the elbow. but it's a pretty good path. A lot of times in this position we'll see guys, if the elbow's up here or down here, extremes. So you got a nice position. It's just a matter of keeping that front side closed, staying back a little bit longer, and getting out over that front foot a little bit. I mean, you do finish pretty well. You are releasing that ball out over that front foot. When you're able to use more of your legs at this release point, we're going to see that back leg farther out on the ground. You're just driving through your back leg more. So that will help out a bunch, but you're finishing really good. All right, so it's just a matter of timing up your hands, breaking your hands as that leg goes down. You can think about if your hands are together at your belt, your hands break and push that leg down at the same time. So, however you need to do it, right when that leg gets up right here, now the hands break and then drive down, and not hands break first, pause, and then the legs go. You want to start those up and go at the same time. All right, every time, the same time. Next one we'll talk about is torque. And another thing too is, because you're so early with that upper body, you're not getting the torque that we want to see. All right, torque is your hip in this position, your hip turned over towards that catcher, while that upper body, for you were kind of back at this position, while that upper body's, that spine's still straight, and that upper body still hasn't turned yet. All right. So as you can see, your elbow or your shoulder and your hips turn at the same time. We need those hips to go first. So just as we want those hips to lead us down the mound, we want those hips, that right hip, to drive towards the catcher, and we want that right shoulder to drive through. All right, so we need the hips to go first, the shoulder to go second. All right, and that, again, that'll help by driving your hips farther down the mound, breaking your hands later, and that'll just get you in a more powerful position to utilize all that torque. So, anyways, hope you have a great season this year. All in all, it's everything's there. It's just a matter of just getting a little more time in, getting a little more hips involved, and you'll be good to go. So, thanks for making it out to our camp. Hope you had a great time, learned a lot, and we look forward to seeing you again with ABC.